I think we're live. Yes, we are. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with another live stream. That is right, everybody. We are officially live on this beautiful July 5th, 2023. And today we are back with another 2024 Republican presidential primary map prediction. Now, ever since we did the last prediction, which was June 6th, I believe it was, we've had some new polling data, a couple more candidates entered, and just overall some more chaos has happened since the last prediction. So I hope everyone's having a phenomenal day, night, afternoon, midnight, wherever you are in the world. Certainly having a good day myself. And before we continue in today's video, or I should say live stream, I hope you enjoy these type of streams. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter accounts in the description down below. Guys, go follow Real American on Twitter. Of course, follow the Rumble page down below for exclusive content. And of course, join the channel today. Guys, just for $3 a month, you can join Real American, which helps support the daily content we all know and love. You love the daily content? Well, this is the best way to support it. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. And as usual, if you want to support the channel through other means such as the Super Chat, you can go ahead and do it. And if you do send your Super Chat, your question or comment will be for sure answered. Of course, if you got a question you just want to send a chat, I'll try to get through all the questions, but if you want your question for sure answered, I recommend you send a Super Chat. Alright, everybody, let's get into it. So, we're doing another 2024 Republican presidential primary map. And there's been a couple more candidates that have entered. Burgum, Will Hurd has entered, potentially a couple more may enter. It's chaos. Now, I decided, I believe last time I may have included Perry Johnson, I don't remember, but I just decided, you know what, Perry Johnson, he's been included in the prediction. Doesn't mean he's going to win delegates, but yeah. So, let's see what Chad has to say. DeSantis is down the Florida polling. Yeah, we'll get to it, but we'll just see. Hello from Indiana. Hello there. I hope you enjoy the state of Indiana. I don't think I've been there like twice. So, heard Mentum. So yeah, as you can tell, the top of the screen. Stop it. We're running out of room. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 candidates. 12 major candidates are currently running. And this is including the bozo, like the former mayor of, like, Cranston, Rhode Island or something like that. This is just the major candidates. Like, some of these people, why? Why is Elder running? Why is Ass Hutchinson running? Why is Will Hurd running? Just why? It's getting, at first it was funny, but it's like, okay, you guys are actually serious. You think you could take on Trump? Give me a break. So, we ought to discuss the elephant in the room, and I made a video on this just today on the 2024 primary system, how it works the Republican side, and I went over this. I recommend you go watch the video because many people are misunderstanding how the primary works. So, there's a big controversy happening with the state of California for its Republican primary because originally it was a winner-take-most state. That means if you got over 50% of the vote statewide, you got all of the delegates. All right? That's winner-take-most. Well, now the California GOP is about to change the rules at basically the last second to where, in this scenario, if Trump got 51% of the vote, he wouldn't get all the delegates. He would get, proportional to what the other people qualify for. That's a huge gap, especially when California has 170 electoral votes. Yeah, they're trying to change the rules at the last second to screw over Trump. And don't give me this crap, it's only the California GOP. The people pushing it, they are big supporters of Team DeSantis. How do you think? You just think that suddenly now it's becoming a big issue? And people are making it sound like, well, the GOP has rules against winner-take-all states. Yes. But guess what? Winner-take-all isn't the same as winner-take-most. Winner-take-most just means, hey, you can win all the delegates, but you gotta get above 50%. Winner-take-all, whoever has the most votes, doesn't matter, they get all the delegates. So, there's a big difference. And you look at the schedule, just of Tuesday, March 5th, which the magical date for the winner-take-all states is before March 15th, for the Republican side. There cannot be any winner-take-all states before then. But just go to some of these. Texas, it's a winner-take-most state, the exact same rules. Massachusetts, the exact same rules. Virginia is actually proportional, but you can keep going. Vermont, winner-take-most. Colorado, winner-take-most. Alabama, winner-take-most. You see what I'm saying here? If you get over 50% of the vote in most of these states, you win all the delegates. Stop pretending that now it suddenly matters about winner-take-all. It's a complete scam being pushed by Team DeSantis about, the rules and stuff. Go look at 2016. Look at it. All these states had the same rules pretty much about, delegate thresholds. Let's see here. Let's see what chat has to say. The only way Team DeSantis can win if they change the rules. Yeah, I mean, that's what's happening. They're going to first start in California, which is the biggest delegate state. They're going to try to do the same thing in Texas. I guarantee it. The same thing in Florida. The same thing in New York. Because that's their only way of victory. Is through a convention fight. That's what this is trying to come down to. Complete chaos on the convention floor. Winner take all is not the same as winner take most. Thank you. It's not. Winner take all, it just means, whoever wins the plurality of the votes, not necessarily majority, they get all the delegates. But winner take most in the vast majority of states is, if you go above 50%, you get all the delegates. If you get below 50, you get a proportion of them. Hey, Rap, can you please make a video on the future of red and blue states 10 to 50 years? I did somewhat of that, but kind of busy right now. Kind of busy with the election stuff. I want to. I do want to discuss all the states eventually, including DC, but I kind of made a video on that already, but conventions are scams. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying that overall, Team DeSantis is suddenly worried about, California isn't actually a winner-take-all state, but it's in the rules. It's been there for years. This isn't like Trump changed it. They had this back in 2016. So, yeah. Anyways, let's get into predictions, because I think it's time we talk about all the primaries and stuff before, or I should say until Super Tuesday. Then after that, I think it's kind of irrelevant. So, the first state is, of course, the great state of Iowa, which, surprisingly, there's no threshold. Yeah. Unlike other states, you can get 1% of the vote and still qualify for a delegate. Why do you think Bill Weld got one? Because guess what? That's how it works in the state of Iowa. And dear Lord, this list. All right, let's start. Let us start with everything we know right now. I think Trump's at probably 50% or so, 52% statewide. DeSantis is probably 25%. Pence, 7.5%. Nikki Haley, like 5%. I think Ramaswamy is starting to stagnate a little bit. And I know it's Iowa caucus, excuse me. But Let's see. Tim Scott probably gets a couple. The last one, oh my gosh. Who gets the last delegate? Because I hate this. This is what I'm talking about, people. And we had a super chat, actually. Stephen Howard for 5. Do you think there's any chance DeSantis drops out before the primary? There is a scenario. I think if the polling doesn't recover in the next, 4 months, or even a couple months, if Trump is up by 40 points nationally in, 2 months, even after the debates and stuff, it's over. At that point, you got nothing. But, yeah, I think there's a possibility of it, which would be hilarious, but Christie gets a delegate. Yeah, if there's one of these bozos down here, except Perry. I like Perry Johnson. Burgum I'm fine with. Yeah, Burgum's okay. I think he should be an energy secretary. Perry Johnson I do like. I think he should run for the Michigan Senate seat. But this is a tough one. Who gets the last delegate? Which of these clowns get it? I'm leaning towards Christie because he's getting all the anti-Trump vote. So I'm going to say Christie just gets it because why not? It doesn't matter. The rest of these guys, I still don't get why these people are running. Why? Johnson gets the last delegate. I know he's putting a lot of money into the state of Iowa, Perry Johnson. I just don't think if he doesn't get on the debate, I don't think there's any chance. Christie. Yeah, I'm going to go with Christie here. He just gets the last delegate because screw it. We need somebody to get it. So Chris Christie technically gets a delegate. Oh my gosh. Oh man. So yeah, after Iowa, I would say Trump's at probably 21. And I would say Iowa would be, of the first 4 states, I think would be Trump's weakest state. Just for the simple fact it's a bit more evangelical, and this is where the Ted Cruz type does best. Or the more social conservative. Ted Cruz won it. Santorum won it. Huckabee won it. So yeah, I think overall that's reasonable. I think that's, relatively speaking, a reasonable prediction to have something like this. As Trump at around 52%, or I should say 52% of delegates. So yeah. And we got another super chat. Christopher Laurie for 5. Do you think Trump should skip the Fox debate? I think he shouldn't because he thrives roasting his opponents. Yeah, I understand the argument that they're purposely going to throw, Trump all the hard questions and, try to screw him over and, you're the front runner, why should you debate? But I think if you debate, you can knock out DeSantis right away. It just ended by August. So, I understand, though, he may hold his own debate. And that's what I think's going to happen. You're probably going to see a Trump versus DeSantis debate on, I don't know, who would host it? Tucker Carlson, maybe? That's, I would say actually more plausible right now than any of them showing up. I think that Fox debate, DeSantis is already pretty much out. Sounds like Trump's not going to participate. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. Can Trump hold the debate? He can, but he said he may. We just got to see what happens. Could DeSantis get third? It's possible, but I don't see it right now. There's a one poll that had Ramaswamy almost crossing him, but I don't know how much I believe that. I don't know about that. Christie has big plans. Trump won't be able to resist knocking DeSantis. Yeah, that's my point. It's they're going to probably debate I don't think it's going to be through Fox. Hey, Rap, what is exactly a resist liberal? It's imagine the best description of is a Hillary Clinton supporter in the 2016 primary that believes Russia owns Trump and that, Trump is actually, a Russian agent and that stuff. That's the best way to describe it. Imagine a conspiracy theorist, but that's a neoliberal. That's the best way to describe it. The way DeSantis campaigning, no way he can win the debates. Yeah, I just want to see that. I just want to see how badly that goes for the debate. So yeah, So Iowa is the first caucus. I think Trump, as of now, probably carries the state. Now, we got New Hampshire, which, unlike the state of Iowa, they do have a 10% threshold. That means you got to get 10% of the vote to get delegates. I think Trump clears this handily. I think he gets a lot of the delegates just for the fact I think that there's going to be so few that actually qualify. I think DeSantis gets a decent amount, too. Now, this is my hot take. This is my hot take of the video. And this is 100%, but there's this live stream. But I think Christie's going to get like 2 here. I think Chris Christie will qualify. I mean, he's already pulling to like 12% in the state. Which, is it possible he may not get it? Yeah, but if there's one state I could see him getting more than one delegate in, it would probably be New Hampshire. But outside of that, I don't really see much changing at all. How's Christie on trade? No clue. But, yeah, if there's one state, it would be New Hampshire, just for the fact he's from the Northeast. And it seems like in the Northeast, there's a heavier anti-Trump base, considerably. And he did all right in 2016 in the state, and he's already pulling pretty good there. So I think that Christie will probably get 2 delegates. The fact that he may get delegates but not Pence, that's just sad. That Christie takes 3rd in New Hampshire. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. But it seems like it may actually happen, which proves my point that this is what I'm saying, though. There should be some kind of like rule in every state that if you get a majority of the vote, you get all the delegates. Because it's like, if Trump wins 60% of the vote, why shouldn't he get all the delegates? You know, most states already do it for the primary. My opinion, just make it for every state. Only vote for Trump, DeSantis, or Tim Scott if they're the nominee. Yeah, I would vote for Pence, but not enthusiastically. Nikki Haley, Ramaswamy, I would vote for him. Christie, I would not. I would just not vote in the presidential election. Christie will eat Biden supporters. But yeah, so New Hampshire, I think, ends up something like this, just for the fact that Christie's up from from New Jersey, and it seems like he's doing decent up there. So yeah, New Hampshire goes to Trump, but the one state where frickin' Christie gets delegates. I hate this. I hate the fact that Chris Christie's probably gonna get delegates in New Hampshire. I question Republican voters at times. It's like, oh my gosh, whatever. Imagine if Chris Christie was a CEO of McDonald's. So yeah, after that, we got the state of South Carolina, which this is a winner-take-all state. Here is the difference between winner-take-all and winner-take-most. Let's just read this. All right, 29 at-large delegates are to be allocated to the presidential contender receiving the greatest number of votes in the primary statewide. You read this? You hear this? This is right from Green Papers, one of the best websites for the 2024 election, because it tells you all the rules and stuff, tells you the schedule, the qualification, the thresholds, all of it. This is winner take all. There's no threshold. It's just whoever wins the most votes gets all of the delegates. It's not like, again, Texas. I read this before. Go watch the video. But if a candidate receives a majority of the vote, or hold on. Here we go. If a candidate receives a majority of the vote, more than 50%, that candidate is allocated all 48 at-large delegates. That is the difference. Go read up yourself. You could find it pretty easy. Now, here's the problem for everybody in the state of South Carolina. They're all divided, and Trump, I think he's all the delegates. I mean, Tim Scott could theoretically win a district because in South Carolina, excuse me, each congressional district's worth 3 delegates. So if Tim Scott won, say, Congressional District 2 or something, he could win 3 delegates from that. But that's a tough one. Because I don't think DeSantis does anything. I don't think so. But I think Scott or Haley could pick off one district. So what does Chad have to say? What does Chad have to say about South Carolina? Does Trump get all 80 or does somebody pull off a miracle and get like 3? It's just a tough one. Because you can make the argument that Tim Scott, he could have a stronger base in certain parts of South Carolina. I think, is he from South Carolina 3rd, I believe? Yeah, South Carolina 3rd, I believe, or 1st. So maybe he can pull off a win there. That's a tough one. Christie gets all 80. Let's see. Christie wins South Carolina. Stop it! Trump definitely gets all. I'm leaning towards between Trump gets it or does Tim Scott get something. I think DeSantis could win a district, but Trump wins a state. I don't see DeSantis winning a district in South Carolina. I just don't. But I think 50s right now. And the problem is we don't got any data by congressional district yet, so we'll just say Trump gets all 50 because it is winner take all. Now at this point, it is Michigan, or I should say Nevada. Now Nevada has 3% threshold, or 4% in this case. Trump at this point probably is just a runaway train. DeSantis probably gets some, but not as much. Pence probably qualifies for a couple. Haley, Ramaswamy, Scott, something like this, you know. But at this point, I think Scott, Ramaswamy, and Haley, and probably Pence at this point would all drop out. Tim Scott and Nikki Haley would split. That is true, but I think Tim Scott could win something in South Carolina. I think he could. But, excuse me. I think this is like the final gasp of these candidates. I think that at this point, it would just become a Trump versus DeSantis election. That's what it would come down to. All the candidates would drop out. I think Ramaswamy would back Trump. Nikki Haley and Tim Scott, I don't know about. Scott, I think, would Tim Scott support Trump? Pence would, I think, obviously pick DeSantis. But how would Scott go? Because I think Ramaswamy is Trump. Decisions. I'm trying to think here because it's Tim Scott we're talking about here. But Trump really hasn't attacked him yet. So it makes me wonder. Tim Scott would support Trump. I'm leaning towards that, but it's like, I've heard some things that they wouldn't be, I think Haley would pick Trump. Scott would pick Trump. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. I think that they would all pick Trump. Pence would pick DeSantis. Haley, I don't know about. I don't think Nikki Haley would support Trump. I think Scott would, though. You talk about tough ones. That's a tough one. Yeesh. But again, he's the only candidate Trump hasn't like mocked yet, so it makes you wonder. Christie would probably still be in. I doubt it. He needs to win New Hampshire. That's his only hope, and he gets 2 delegates out of it. The fact that he gets the same amount as Tim Scott or Nikki Haley, this is what I'm talking about, people. Haley would not endorse. So Scott would pick Trump. Yeah, I think Scott would go with Trump. But yeah, I think, okay, let's go down the list. Hurd would obviously support DeSantis. Johnson, I think Trump maybe. Burgum, I think he just stays out of it. Christie, DeSantis. Hutchinson, DeSantis. Elder, I think just, it's Larry Elder. I think Elder may endorse Trump maybe. Christie endorses Biden. Yeah, I don't know. Would you vote for DeSantis if he's a nominee, even though Trump got most votes in the primary, but the GOP screwed him over? If the GOP does it, I'm not going to vote. I'm just not going to vote for him. Because if that does happen, that has Team DeSantis written all over it. I don't care what the Sims say. Team DeSantis is pushing for them to change the rules. But where's Cerez? Ah, crap. I forgot Francis Cerez. Oh, well. Whoopee-doo. Does it really, like... Hold on. Let me just make a quick change. Let's see if you could spot the difference. Hold on. There, done. I just changed Will Her to Francis Cerez. It doesn't freaking matter at this point. I mean, Her's barely a major candidate. I don't know why, but I did forget Cerez, but sure. There. Go ahead. Haley wants to be Trump's VP. She's on the short list. That is true. But yeah, so it doesn't really matter. Will Hurd, Francis Cerez. Just pick one. So at this point, it would be Super Tuesday / Michigan. Michigan is a big question mark because what could happen is there is a rule based on the GOP has where a state like Michigan, they cannot be before March 5th. You read here, where is it? Because it's a stupid thing where it's like, if you're before a certain date, like, you lose all your delegates. But let's just say Michigan's part of Super Tuesday, which is possible. I remember it heard only one re-election by less than 1,000. Yeah, it's like, I don't know why the guy's running. Just why. But yeah, okay, let's just say Michigan's part of Super Tuesday, which it is a winner-take-most state. Now let me read the rules. Oh gosh, this is a complicated one. This is gonna be a problem because of the, we're just gonna ignore Michigan. We're just gonna ignore it because there's a lot of question marks about even will they get delegates or not. So Michigan, we're just ignore you for now. Now Super Tuesday. Let us get started with Arkansas. Arkansas. It is winner take most. If a candidate receives a majority of the vote, more than 50%, that candidate is allocated all three of the district's delegates. Yeah, I'm not even gonna, especially Hutchinson would drop out. He may be on the ballot still, but he would just hurt DeSantis. I'm not even gonna mess around with this. At this point, it's just Trump versus DeSantis. I mean, come on. Arkansas is arguably, it's arguably one of the most Trump states in the country. It's been trending Republican for like 40 straight years. Yeah, I don't think that it's going to go to DeSantis. I don't think he wins squat in the state of Arkansas, just for the fact that it is winner take most. And now you see why they're trying to change the rules. I mean, look at this. Trump went from 99 to 139. Just in one state with only 40 delegates. Now, what's going to happen, like, if they did it proportional, like they're going to try to do in every state, it'll be like this. That's a big swing. From 139 to 125, just an example. That is a pretty significant swing. How do you think Sanders endorse? Who do you think Sarah Sanders will endorse? I think she just stays out of it. But now do you understand why they're trying to get rid of the winner-take-most states and winner-take-all? They're trying to make sure somehow that DeSantis or Trump gets below 50% of delegates. That's their secret plan, right? That's what they're going to try to do. Is it going to work? Maybe, but we just got to see. So Arkansas, I think, would go to Trump pretty handily. Now, Minnesota. It is winner take most, but this is where some of the caveats happen. If a candidate receives 85% or more of the statewide vote, that candidate receives all 39 congressional districts and at-large districts. Who made this? Who decided that, 85% threshold? Can you just imagine that for a second? It's like Al Gore or like Obama. He gets 84% of the vote in Minnesota. and he doesn't get all the delegates. Do you guys see this? I mean, what am I supposed to say? Who decided 85%? Only Trump could do that in an uncompetitive primary. So it's obviously going to be proportional. Nobody's going to get all the votes. Now, if it's Minnesota, give it to Canada. But no, this is a tough one because Rubio won Minnesota. I still don't know how that happened, but he did win Minnesota in 2016. Now, it's a tough one because I think Trump would carry it, but I don't think as much as other states. And again, I know there's momentum that should probably be factored in, but we're just saying fine. Trump doesn't got any momentum. He has a ceiling or something like that. But, that's a tough one. But I think it ends up something like that. It would be closer than other states, but there. Rubio won Minnesota because Minnesota's cringe. It's just, I think that, I don't know. I just don't know why it was that close. Minnesota will be close. Fine, we'll just say, be nice to DeSantis. Trump only wins it by 13. Minneapolis area makes up 50% of the population. That is true. That is true. So yeah, Minnesota, screw rules like that where it's 85%. Why? Tennessee. Winner take most. And, oh boy. Oh gosh, I hate when they do the 2/3 stuff. No. 27 district delegates, 3 from each of the 9 districts, are to be allocated to the presidential contenders based on the primary results in each congressional district. If one candidate receives more than 2/3 of the vote, or only one candidate receives 20% or more of the vote in a congressional district, that candidate receives all 3 delegates. Oh, come on, not this game. Oh, we're going to do so much math for this. Gosh, what is up with some of these primary rules? Who decides, oh yes, if you get 2/3 of the vote, you get 3 delegates. Outside of that, you get 2. Just make it 50%. So, I think, oh gosh. So I think that, in 6 of the districts, DeSantis would get something. He would get a delegate or something like that. Yeah, there's 9 congressional districts. So let's say Trump wins all 9 of them. I don't think Trump loses one. But let's say, DeSantis qualifies for 6 of them. So at that point, 9, because 1 for each district. Oh, gosh. 18 because he probably gets 2 delegates in each district for sure. And then 21 because of he won all 3 of the delegates. This is what I'm talking about, people. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine when there's Super Tuesday next year? We got to do all the math on stream, through Google Documents. Oh my gosh, that's going to be awful when Super Tuesday happens. But, so, that's the congressional districts, I believe. Yeah, 27. The rest, no, what is this? If one candidate receives more than 2/3 of the vote, or only one candidate receives 20% or more of the vote statewide, that candidate receives 31 delegates. Who decides this? Who makes it 2/3? Otherwise, if 2 or more candidates receive more than 20% of the votes, the delegates are distributed proportionally. So, yeah, okay. Let's just say DeSantis, of the 31, he gets that. It is a fairly Trump state, so something like that. What is that math, though? I mean, who decides 2? I don't get why people say, we need 2/3 for a vote. That's just stupid. Now, for a referendum, it's a bit different, but for primaries? I want to know, like, I guarantee you it was like somebody from 1950 that decided that or something crazy like that, and they just never changed it. Bro, are they really trying to math out Trump? I think the rules were already in place, but it's like, it makes you wonder who decides some of these states. Now, Alabama, I swear to God, is this what I think it is? Oh, thank goodness, it's 50%. If a candidate receives a majority of the vote, more than 50%, or if only one candidate receives 20% of the vote, that candidate is allocated all 3 of the district's delegates. So, okay. I think Trump would qualify for, like, DeSantis actually would qualify for, like, 3 of the districts. Trump would qualify for all of them, obviously. Then he would get, what is that? 10? Then, hold on, what's the math here? What? 18. Close enough. And then it's by statewide. Yeah, Trump would win all the districts, or the vote. He would get 50%. Oh my gosh. Can we invade Tennessee? No, Tennessee's a base state. It's a beautiful state. No, it just, some of these stupid rules are in place that just make no sense. I guarantee you it's made this as complicated as possible. I think Ramaswamy will finish 2nd or 3rd. I think he drops out before then. Luckily, Alabama's just 50%, because screw the 2/3 stuff. And then we get to the state of the day, California. Now, if they keep the rule in place, Trump's getting all the delegates. 100%. At this point, he's getting all 100% of delegates. Now, if they do this garbage baloney where, let's just say you got to qualify for 20%, it would be something like this. It would be much closer. And do you... excuse me. Now do you see why Team DeSantis, they want to change the primary rules? That one state alone gave DeSantis 77 delegates. Beforehand, he was at 65. Now he would be at 142. That's a huge swing. So, how should we do this, people? Should we predict this based off the winner-take-most system or based on the proportional system they may do? How many delegates is needed to win a primary? It's like, something. Excuse me, folks. I got a cough today. Know what that's about. Elder said that unlikely event he loses the primary, he would consider being Trump's DeSantis as VP. Yeah, I'm sure that Trump and DeSantis would beg him to be the VP. But, ooh. I'm just going to predict this based on the proportional bullshit. It's like, yeah, why not? I mean, they're probably going to change. There's nothing we can do about it. It just... That's whatever. That's a big swing. Big swing of votes. And so instead of netting 169 delegates, nice, he nets 15. Yep. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to do this in every winner-take-most state. Trying to make it some ludicrous threshold like Minnesota. Or they're going to try to do some baloney where it's actually all proportional. Let's see. What happens if this becomes a divided convention? Well, we are screwed. And that's like worst case scenario. That's like plan Z for everybody. So then California will just whatever. Colorado is winner take most. If one candidate receives a majority of the statewide vote, more than 50%, that candidate is allocated all the delegates. I don't think Trump would qualify for that. I think Colorado's would be a weak state for him. But I think he still wins the Colorado primary. Still by a couple points. But I don't think it's a majority. Because everybody's still on the ballot, and he did awful in Colorado in 2016. So, in the Democrat primary, you have to give 2/3 divided by a percent of 0.3 of a decimal of a fraction of a millisecond. Yeah, so, okay, Colorado, I think, would be at that. Let's see here. Massachusetts. Yeah, Trump would get it. He gets all the delegates. Again, this is my whole thing. The winner take most system is going to help Trump a lot because the divided field, and I know the candidates all theoretically dropped out, but it's like they're still on the ticket, and they're probably going to hurt DeSantis. And at that point, Trump's already close to 50% or way above 50% in all states. So it's like, Colorado didn't have a primary in 2016. The establishment picked all the delegates. That's why Cruz won it. That's what happened? I thought they had a primary. But hold on, let me read this. Delegate binding. Oh, yeah, they're going to do... I think it's another convention system. I think they're doing the same thing they did with Cruz in 2016 or 2020. Oh, no. They're going to do the same thing, I think. Whatever. We're just... Ignore it. Ignore it. Maine. Is it our winner take most? Yep. It's Maine. At this point, do you understand why everything, the rules may change? Now, North Carolina, I hate this. It's partially winner take most and partially proportional. You know what? We're just doing proportional for it. Trump gets like that, and DeSantis gets that. I'm not thinking around with the each district may get a different amount. Screw that. But doesn't North Dakota not have a primary or caucus? Yeah, I believe they have a convention. So, very interesting. North Carolina, there's that. Oklahoma is winner take most, I believe. Yeah, another 50%. Most of these states, it's just no-brainers. It's no-brainers at it. Now, Texas. Ooh. And it's a freaking delegate district thing. God darn it. It's the garbage. Each district gets 3. So, Texas, I think Trump, of the 48 at-large districts, he gets it. I think it's a majority of the vote. Now, at this point, I hate this. Okay, let's say DeSantis wins 2 districts, or... Yeah, screw it. Let's just say that he gets 18 delegates. Whatever, Trump gets the rest or something. I don't freaking know. 120? There. Good enough. All right, done. What would happen if DeSantis decides to do what Cruz did at the 2016 convention with the whole vote your conscience BS? At that point, I don't think it would really change much, if we're being honest. Because at that point, it would be a very divided primary. But, yeah. Utah. Ooh. It's a winner-take-most state. All right. Here we go with the frickin' state of Utah. Math sucks. Yeah, it can be awful at times. Utah. Utah. If there's one state I could see DeSantis winning, it's the frickin' state of Utah. Excuse me. Christie wins Utah. No. But who would win Utah? DeSantis or Trump? Or Trump or DeSantis? Who wins Utah? Trump, DeSantis. This is a tough one. These are the Utah voters we're talking about here. The Utah GOP. I don't know about this one. Oh my gosh. And it's winner take most, so it's always freaking Utah. Yeah, I swear, if Utah's the one state that causes us to not have like a 50-50 landslide for Trump, I'll be mad. Let's see here. Godsmack AR-69, nice, for 5. Do you think it's safe to say that Wisconsin is the most purple state in the country? Yeah, I agree. It's by far probably the most purple state. Christie wins Utah. Mike Lee was still able to get 60%. Yeah, but he's from Utah. Oh man, this is very close. Just for the memes, you know, there, good. There we go. Why not? I don't know about this one. This is a tough one for me. Give Utah to California. It just there's a lot of like Trump voters in Utah, but the problem is the Utah GOP just sucks. So yeah, we'll just say Trump wins by a single vote. Good enough. DeSantis loses by a single vote. Oh my gosh, but I don't know about that one. That one is tough. Virginia, proportional. Thank goodness, a simple one. I think Trump would do a bit worse here because the Virginia GOP is probably going to back DeSantis. But I still think Trump would win it kind of handily, I think. Utah's so cringe that they'll vote for DeSantis. I don't know about that. Don't know. Utah's the only state where the Republican voters themselves are cringe. I don't know about that. I don't know. But, so yeah, Virginia I think would be closer, but DeSantis probably still loses. And as for the state of Vermont, it's winner take most. Just skip over that, and that's that. That's after Super Tuesday. This is the map after Super Tuesday, everybody. The only state you can make a question mark is Utah. But yeah. Mike Lee got 60%. Yeah, but he's not hated like Trump is. So, and plus Becky Edwards is just a leftist. So I would say this is probably the map after Super Tuesday. But it could have changed absolutely, and Trump has momentum like somebody said. But DeSantis will get a chunk of delegates. It's just a matter of, But here's the thing. Get rid of the DeSantis delegates from California. And look at that. Just look at that. That's a huge amount that DeSantis gets just from California. So that's why we have to fight off the bullshit in California. Keep it the same. I mean, if DeSantis, and like, people are making a big deal like, oh, DeSantis will win all the delegates in California. But it's like, okay, if he's going to win all the delegates, why are you trying to change the rules to make it where, both candidates qualify? Oh, no, we actually, we want Trump to qualify for delegates. Does Vivek have any chance if he does great in the debate? He may gain some momentum, but I just don't see him doing much, if I'm being 100% honest. Oh, blue, so beautiful. So true. But, yeah. This is the state of the election right now. I don't know what to say. But, all 5 Republicans in Vermont. But, yeah, it's just a matter of... It is a matter of who will be the... what changes with California. Are they going to do the same thing in Texas? Are they going to do the same thing like Arkansas? Because if they do, then suddenly, actually, the delegates are changing and it's going to be closer than it is. So, the two parties in Utah, Dems and Dems Light. Yeah, there's no difference. The Utah GOP is just Democrats from 2 years ago instead of 10. Watch Christie beat DeSantis in the debates. If that happens, it's officially Jover. Mike Lee primaried out an incumbent senator. Yeah, Mike Lee is a fairly popular guy in Utah, so that's why. But yeah, so overall, this is going to be a complete and total chaotic field. It's going to be a chaotic primary. In my opinion, it's a nonsensical primary. There's no reason that we even have this. Like, why? What purpose does it serve other than, we gotta prevent Orange Man? Which is like, what? It's not going to end good. I just have this bad feeling about this. Mabluxus. What's worse, the Utah GOP or the UK Conservatives? Probably the UK Conservatives. Just for the fact that, yeah. At least the Utah GOP is semi-pro-life, to a lesser extent. Yeah, it's UK Conservatives. They're far worse. But yeah, this is just have a bad feeling about this, everybody. Really bad feeling. So, what do we got to do now? What should we do, everybody? Should we do something different? Because we got the primary map mapped out. I'm not going to finish the rest because at this point, there's mathematically no way Trump loses. Because he has all the momentum, and a lot of his friendly states are coming up. Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, Indiana, Kentucky, West Virginia, Ohio, Wisconsin, and so forth. While DeSantis has Florida. So, UK conservatives or Democrats, yeah, they're just bad. At least the Utah GOP is pro-life, like I said. It's not really saying much, though. I mean, it's freaking Utah. It's the bare minimum. Christie versus Biden. Should we do a Christie versus Biden map? Just for the memes? I may do it. Legitimately terrible. Let's see. Jeb needs to get in now. Oh my gosh. If Jeb gets in. I won't be surprised, but I swear, if one of the Bushes enter, it's Jeb. Jeb returns. And instead of getting 1%, he gets 2%. Yes, do it, lol. Alright, I'll pull it up. Hold on. I'll get the frickin' map for you people. Alright. Christie. I cannot believe I'm actually doing this, but why not? Joe Biden, Chris Christie. Asteroid destroys the rest of the GOP primary field and Christie wins. Alright. Let's do it. Oh gosh, alright. Let's start with all the... I'm not even gonna mess around with this. New Jersey would be awful for... New Jersey would be like D plus 30 in this scenario. I mean, is there anything to say? Whoops. Not right. Yeah, it's not a good start. These are the for sure, no matter what you do, states. We project that Christie has lost the state of Wyoming. Again, we're doing this based on margin, so we're not doing probability, we're just doing basic margin. Christie. Where do we even start? I don't know. Arkansas? Oklahoma? All these states, I guess? Just for the fact they're so Republican that it would be basically impossible for them not to be. I hate this. I hate the fact that this may be real. Oh gosh. Christie gets Utah. Oh yeah, congratulations. The bare minimum. You get frickin' Utah. Alright, so at this point, I don't know. Because it's Chris Christie. He appeals to like 5% of like never Trumpers. That's it. So he would only do good just because these states are so conservative. GOP turnout collapses, yeah. So, where do we even start with this? I guess Nebraska third has to be safe Republican. I don't know. Nebraska large, I guess, sure. Why not? Oh my goodness. This is just going to be a freaking disaster waiting to happen. Christie eats the whole country. All right, let's go state by state. Alaska. likely Republican. Sure. Why not? Nevada, likely Democrat. Why not? Arizona, just for the fact there's a heavy anti-Trump base there, we'll say lean Democrat. Again, this is not a serious prediction. This is a shit post, whatever you want to call it. But Arizona, lean Democrat or something. I don't freaking know. Likely. The Nevada will probably be safe. I don't freaking know. This is Chris Christie we're talking about. The floor is so low. It's below zero. Christie eats Biden. Christie will give a history lesson in debates against Biden. I guess in that scenario, last we lean. Montana, probably like same thing, leaning Republican. Kansas, what should we do with Kansas? I likely or lean. Sleepy Joe wouldn't have to leave his basement. Yeah, he could just sleep through the entire election. He doesn't even have to do any ads. He would just win because of Christie being a complete and total dumbass. Lean Kansas. It would not be safe under Christie. Kansas is cringe. That is true. Fine. We'll give the benefit of the doubt that Kansas, the GOP there sucks. How to kill the GOP in one day. But yeah, he just... Who does Christie appeal to? Fuck it. F it. Christie +4. No, we are not doing Christie +4. True. Kansas, they don't like Trump. But they would like somebody like Christie. So, sure. Why not? I hate this. I hate the fact that this could one timeline, you know damn well, Christie's the only Republican running. You know, in the multiverse, there's one running. Nebraska, I guess Nebraska's second be likely. I don't safe. I don't freaking know. Ao just came back here. Yeah, we're doing a complete meme. Let me post this. Just hold on. I better put this disclaimer up because people are gonna take this out of context. Not serious prediction. Lol. Christie win Texas 60% of the time. Okay, we're not doing probability. We're doing margins. In no way in hell would he win Texas. I refuse to believe it. Blexus happens. And look at this. Biden's already at 279, and we haven't even touched any of the real swing states. Will the GOP will still win the Senate? No. If Christie is the nominee, they would not do anything. Are you confident there wouldn't be no faith as electors if it's 270, 268? There could be, but this is painful. Save blue Florida. Nah. It would go Democrat, but not by much. Return to John McCain. I mean, Christie only appeals to like 2 states. Omaha hates Trump. That is true, but it's like, at some point, if you're getting crushed this badly, what, Texas? No, it would stay with Texas. Christie barely. Who likes Chris Christie in Texas? It's not like Kansas or freaking Utah. I just hate this. Mississippi, sure. Likely Republican. South Carolina, similar thing. Missouri, lean Republican. Screw it, we're going back to 2008. Indiana, likely Republican. This is just, what? Neocons. Yeah, but it's like, he would collapse with Hispanics, do awful with like every voter except them. Just what are we doing? Iowa. Screw it. He wins it. Why not? Biden wins everything. Michigan safe Democrat. Pennsylvania, Wisconsin. North Carolina, I don't... Sure. Lean. Georgia. Lean. Just for the fact there are a lot of cringe voters. New Hampshire. Safe. Maine second. Till... I mean... The totally legitimate map. This is the electable map. Yeah, this is the elected bros map. What am I supposed to say other than what the hell? Just for the memes. I know, I'm just doing this for... I mean, I have a freaking disclaimer set up saying not serious. It's not. LT. We didn't even reach... Oh my gosh. This is 538's most legitimate prediction. If they put this out on election day, I can believe this. Losing with dignity. Chris deserves a consolation say. He gets jack shit. Alright. I don't know what to say. I don't freaking know what to say. Watch New Mexico be Biden +2 in this scenario. Oh my gosh. Lol, we have the exact... Nova will vote for Christie. Joe Manchin will win the Senate race if Chris Christie is a nominee. Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's like a freaking bloodbath. We would lose Senate seats. The House, pfft, foregone conclusion. It's the tribe. All right. If anybody got any more super chats or any more comments, concerns, or whatever, send them now. If Tester drags Biden over the finish line, Montana. I don't know about that. Hold on. You know what? Time for the legitimate prediction. Hold on. This is the real prediction. Nah. There we go. There we go. And New Jersey, likely. There, the totally real map. New Jersey swings Republican. This is the electability map. At least Orange County, California moved 5.5 points to the right. True. That is a very true point. So true. It's perfect. LTE Trump versus Biden. I love it. I just love it when, like, we do some random bull crap like this. But, yeah. So I think we're probably gonna head out. Unless somebody got more super chats. If you got any more questions, super chats, again, best time to send them is now. Because we're probably gonna head off a little bit. LTE, hold on. Can we get a Stapleton versus Biden prediction? Nah. When's your next stream? Probably tomorrow. I don't know. Christie jumping baby out of America. Oh my gosh. Oh, Christie should sing. No, he shouldn't. But, yeah, thank you so much for watching, you guys. If you did enjoy, smash the like button down below. Subscribe. Share with your friends. Hit that little bell. Follow the Twitter accounts in the description down below. And, of course, join the channel today. Thank you so much. Again, I appreciate all the support, and we'll see you guys in the next video or live stream.